Hey guys, today I'm going to start my journey of modifications on this 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL. And yes, this is the Badland winch from Harbor Freight. I did get this at a heavily discounted price. It was a return item, and I checked inside the box, everything is there. It was a purple tag, and since today is the 15% off everything at Harbor Freight, the manager actually gave me a really good discount. We'll see once we get the thing installed, but again, everything is there. So let's get into the installation. Okay folks, so I did a quick scan of the box and confirmed that everything is there. So it is complete, and all the items were returned with this winch. As I said, it was returned and it was on clearance. Okay, and then the next thing I did, I confirmed that the dimensions of the mounting bolts are 10 inches by 4.49, and that is going to fit up on this bumper. I measured it and it's perfect. So again, I don't know what brand of bumper this is, but it is set up for a winch, and I'm gonna just drop that thing right on there. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is install that fair lead on there. So just stick the bolts in there first. And this thing does line up perfectly, and then I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite on the back side. Okay, that's on there nice and tight. All right, that seems to drop in there pretty nicely. And there is plenty of room for the cables and whatnot to go down there. I do have access still for my ground cable, so I'm just going to leave that off for now. So with this bumper, it looks like there is clearance for everything. That fair lead seems to fit in there nicely, and I am going to get the cable disconnected there so I can get that through there before I get this all bolted down. All right, I want to get that winch cable through the fair lead before I bolt things down here. So it looks like there is a tie wrap up in there. Get that out of there, and then just kind of work this thing through here, and maybe I can disengage. Let's see if that thing will freewheel. And it does, so that is a good first sign. Okay, so let's get the hood open on this bad boy. All right, so I do want to install the battery disconnect in here. So I'm going to have to figure out what the routing is going to be for the positive cable here. So, you know, it's probably going to get routed down underneath and then have to come up somewhere towards the battery box. Second thing is I've got to get the ground cable. All right, so These cables down here will be tied away from the grill. All right, and then we have a question of where we're going to mount this disconnect, because that is a nice feature, as everyone indicates. So question is, where do you put it? All right, guys, I'm deciding on where to put this disconnect switch, and there is a spot down here. It looks like there are some ground cables that go to the chassis here, so that's probably as good a spot as any. So I'm just going to let that kind of sit right there, and my thought is that I can make like an L bracket that comes off of here and fits underneath the switch, you know, just to kind of support it. So I will deal with that, but first I'm going to get the wiring. So this will be the location of that battery disconnect. Okay, now I'm assuming that it is going to be a pain to get this positive wire routed, and I think I did see underneath that there is some space behind the inner wheel well and up behind the battery tray. So that's where I'm gonna try to put this thing. All right, I just want to show a little bit what I'm doing here on the positive wire. So I've got that kind of pressed down on the back of the winch, and then it's entering on the inside of the support for the bumper. And then you see I come out here around the frame and body bolt there, and then I'm going back up behind the strut, and then there's a place here, sorry about the lighting, but there's an exit right out behind the air, where the air intake is, and in the battery tray there's an opening. So I'm thinking that might be the best place to come out and come into the battery tray, where I'm gonna connect my switch over here. All right, so that's the thought right now. We'll see how that goes with the negative cable as well. All right, so on this disconnect switch, there's some breakaway entry points here. So the cables are going to come in this way and over here. So I'm going to try not to break away the whole thing. If it does, it's no big deal, but I'm going to break it away where it's going to actually enter the box. So we'll see how that goes. You see that was, okay, it didn't work, which is fine. So we'll just break those away, and we'll just have it like that. There's plenty of insulation on those wires, so it'll be fine. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do here is actually install the battery cables onto this switch. Maybe I can get you a shot of that. It did come with lock washers and brass nuts there. Okay, and then this actually is a nice enclosure here. So we'll go ahead and install those screws in there. Get that tidied up. All right, I'm just going to put those screws in there loosely because I don't know quite yet what sort of bracket I'm going to put this on. So I might make some kind of a mounting plate or something. Probably the same routine with this negative cable. So I'll get this mounted on the back of the winch, and then I've got my this actually helped too, handy little hook here that you know, you can put this down in there and kind of fish that cable out of there. All right, so let's get this negative cable on the back of the winch. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to tie wrap these cables. You want to make sure the rope does, you can see it on the back side of the winch, so you want to make sure all your cables are away from that so they don't get sucked into the winch for whatever reason. And then make sure your routing of the wires, you know, it's not gonna vibrate on anything or you know, cause it to break through the insulation, especially on the positive cable. And then finally, you know, you have to find a good routing for your cables. And, you know, I happen to find this place coming up through the, by the battery box and the air intake. So that seems like it's going to work for me. And then lastly, you know, you're going to make your connections on the battery. Now, if you do use the disconnect switch, I am going to have to do something there. I'm going to make a little bracket on these connections here. Off of these bolts, I'm just going to make a little L bracket and just mount this disconnect switch right on that L bracket. And what I'm going to do now is mount the winch completely on the bumper because I've got all my cables going through there. So I'm going to install the 4 bolts on the bottom and just use some blue Loctite on that. Okay, I kind of forgot that there were some nut inserts that go underneath the winch. They are nuts, but they go into some sort of slot or something. So I'll have to get those put in there. All right, and then we'll get that kind of lined up. These are 16 millimeter. All right, the torque spec on the winch bolts are 30 to 33 foot-pounds, and there is also a torque spec on that fair lead. I did crank those down, so I'm not going to worry about it. Plus, I've got Loctite, but I am going to torque the bolts on the winch. All right, good enough on that. All right, to mount this battery disconnect towards the back of the battery tray, there's a ground wire that goes up to the chassis up here. And I took the nut off the ground wire. What I'm going to do is just make a simple L bracket that sticks out to about here that I can stick this disconnect switch on it and basically tie it down on there, put some tie wraps and secure it there. All right, I like to use stuff that I've got sitting around. So I've got this piece of 1-inch or this piece of galvanized angle iron. And what I'm going to do is cut about 1 inch, just a flat piece, and then, you know, make it long enough to extend out so I can get that switch on there. But first things first, I'm just gonna cut off about 1 inch all the way along here, and then I will bend it about right there to mount it up on that bolt. All right guys, just some quick fab work here. Like I said, I cut that piece about 1 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch wide, and then I bent the end of it, and this is going to fit over that bolt that's back there. And basically I just have to cut it the length right now. All right, folks, so I've got my bracket done here, and basically it's just an L bracket, okay? About 3/4 of an inch wide. So I'm going to just go ahead and stick that thing on there. So this should be a good mounting surface for my switch. Okay, so I've got the bracket on there. I'm going to put the cover on this. Those are secure. Okay guys, that is secure. That's not going anywhere. Okay, last things last, let's go ahead and hook up the battery. So I'm going to connect my positive terminal first. So I've got my negative terminal connected. I've got my positive terminal over here. It's going down around the fuse box. And then I've got my shut-off switch. And I could probably secure this down a little bit better, but honestly, it's probably good enough right now. It's got this cushion on there for the battery box, and the cover is on the bottom of it, and I've got 3 zip ties on it, so that should hold it in place just fine. Okay, we've got everything secured back there. It's not touching anything. And then going through by the bumper and underneath. Nothing sticking out, nothing by the suspension. You want to make sure you don't get those wires by any moving parts, because that is your battery terminal, and that will absolutely short out and cause a disaster. All right, so right now I've got this thing unlocked. The cable is out a bit, and I'm going to hook up the remote. All right, folks, we've got the wireless situation working there, and my hook is secured in there. The winch seems to be working, so that's a wrap.